Well, good night, Stacey. We're good evening. Goede avond. You know some Dutch. We're at Panama in Amsterdam. You just played a set. How's life treating you?
Life is beautiful, actually. I just came over for this one day. I probably will stay in Amsterdam a total of 12 hours, not even 12 hours. I just arrived yesterday morning, and I leave again at 8 o'clock in the morning because life is wonderful, you know? That's how it is. It's the life of the DJ. Just come over and do the gig, and then you leave.
So what's your next stop?
My next stop is Detroit, back home. I have my 1-year anniversary. I do a night in Detroit called Radio School. And the night is, it's a monthly, and I bring in talent. You know, I featured some local talent, but I bring in DJs as well from New York. Mr. V, I'm going to be bringing Mr. V tomorrow. So it's my 1-year anniversary party. And I'm basically doing the promoter thing in Detroit. Small, locally, 250 people, good party. You know, something different. You know, I want to have a residency in my home, and, you know, because I get a chance to travel all over the world, but it's nothing like having a place called home, and that's my residency in Detroit. So I have to go home to that, actually. Coming back to Amsterdam is like, it's coming back home, but it's, you kind of see the social changing that's been happening here since I was here, and you see different things going up. You see different people, new generation, but the same mentality, but politics gets a little bit more difficult, you know what I mean? Parties are always the same, you know? I wouldn't say the same, but there's so many parties, so, you know, that's why it's good coming over here, because it always keeps me on point on what's really going on here.
But yeah, but how has it changed? I mean, you lived here for a year or something with Derrick May. I mean, you were, of course, you were friends here, but you were also competitors, I think, in the same city. I mean, DJing here in Amsterdam, the competition is hard.
Yeah. It wasn't competitive back in the day, you know. And he's a mentor of mine, so I don't really figure it as a competitive, but now I can say it's competitive because, you know, we play the same gig sometimes, and, you know, when he plays, it's always like, okay, well, I'm going to play this tonight, you know what I mean? And he comes back to me, listen to this, you know. So it's a friendly competitive, you know. But coming here, I remember used to being here, I was hanging around a lot of the local DJs who were around at the time, like Dimitri, Marcelo, Remy, Angelo, the whole Roxy days, you know, and it was always going to the record stores and, you know, getting that box that was behind the counter, you know, okay, I got some tracks for him, you know. So it was good competitive attitude, you know, atmosphere, you know. That's what actually put me, like, on that top tier, like being here, you know, listening to things that wasn't coming to Detroit and me educating Amsterdam about what Detroit was all about.
You have some new music coming out.
Yeah. I'm actually working on a project with some local guys in Detroit. They came to me. They wanted me to help them produce a hit record. Crazy. How did I come involved in this? I don't know. But the project is going good, you know. It's a project that I'm doing. It's called Masters of the Drum. It's gonna actually be. I got a feeling it's gonna be a big record, you know. It's not my solo project, but I'm sort of overseeing the whole project, and it's coming out on my label. You know, it's a business mogul decision, you know, it's record business, you know. So that's going to come out, and I'm helping them produce it. I'm doing some remixes on it, you know. And on the flip side, I'm also recording some new music for Black Flag Recordings, which will be out in the summer as well. So I'm sort of going to re-release some of the releases that I had on Black Flag, release some artists that I have on Black Flag, and also release the track Masters of the Drum on Black Flag, prelude into my release, which will be coming at the end of the summer. So I've been pretty busy being at home, you know, doing some remixes here and there, you know, keeping busy, staying up on top of the software game, you know what I mean? And just keep on moving on, man.
What do you think about the whole minimal scene that's going on right now?
I actually think that minimal has helped out music. I mean, it may be repetitive, kind of the same, bleepy, noisy, squeeze, squazzle, whatever you want to call it, you know. But I think it has helped music in a way where people can listen to sounds, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm, versus always trying to focus on something else. You know, it has made people a little bit more calmer to make them realize that, okay, well, maybe if you do hear some melodies, you know what I mean, or maybe you do hear something that's different, you know, it won't be such a big deal, because minimal has taken that you know, the crowd and sort of twisted it, whereas all you had to do before was just kind of bang them all the time, you know, kind of chill the people out a little, you know. That's what I mean. I play some of it, but I can't play a whole set of it though. You know what I mean? Maybe the first, you know, 3 or 4 tracks, you know, play some minimal stuff and kind of gradually take it up, take them back down a little. But excuse me, had a little bit too much to drink. So, you know, kind of taking people on musical journeys with minimal is cool, but not hearing a whole set of it. You know, I need that energy, man. You know, I need that jacking, banging energy, you know.
Guys from Detroit, you travel all the world, you play your music, and it's received with great enthusiasm, and people really respect it. But some people do say that Detroit techno is, for lack of a better word, dead. You know, that it's not developing anymore. It's Detroit music, and it's sort of nostalgia.
Every music has taken. I mean, you can say the same thing about drum and bass. You can say the same thing about the typical Chicago house music. You know, I mean, these genres of music has been really influential in playing an important role in what we now call dance music. You know, so as long as you have that core intact, you won't never lose focus on what really is going on in the industry. You know, I mean, something may be now, like minimal is now, or electro is now, or whatever you want to call it, dubstep, hard house, you know, whatever you want to call it. All these genres have had and will continue to have their moment, you know. And as long as you keep that healthy camaraderie with the different music that comes out, you know, and gets reborn again, you know, because, I mean, say for instance, Minimal was Rob Hood, Jeff Mills, those the guys, you know, Dan Bell, those guys who did Minimal before we knew Minimal is what it is now. You know, so they've taken it to the next level and being able to market it in a certain way, where we've always been at the forefront of every genre of music, where we're able to keep. It's just like, you know, the different day. You know, you get up, there's a different day, there's something else going on, but you still won't forget and you still won't lose that spirit of the music that happened years ago. So as long as we keep that attitude, then, you know, you are always able to create and evolutionize different types of music, you know?
All right, thank you a lot. Thanks.
Very well put.